Hello everybody, and welcome to another vlog, I suppose. Just to say, this is a quick little update kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure what to call it. But, first thing first, I have actually started in Minecraft. I don't have the bit of paper with me right now. But, actually I could run down and get it, but I think that'll just be a bit of a weird pause between the runs, so... Yeah, it's only just downstairs next instead, but anyway. I have gone over the game, not the game, I've gone over the Supernova's designs, so anyone who doesn't remember the Supernova, I think it's actually a video just labelled the Supernova. It's kind of confusing, someone told me, that I didn't explain it. Well, the Supernova is confusing itself, sort of. There's a lot of detail that I've gone into it, and now I'm even thinking about trying to write a book on the white box, which is that edited episode I did, which was terrible. It's the last episode with the Halo texture pack. I did one. I spent 2 hours making the original episode. Then a week later, I found out it hadn't uploaded and did a 2-minute. Well, not 2 minutes. Like, however long the episode is. That's how long it took me to make that episode. Most of the episode was actually done with me doing the multiple attempts on trying to get things like the ring exploding. Was I had to, just by myself, I had to build a ring, close enough to one, place a TNT block behind it, ignite the TNT block, swing round and hit record, which has like a second delay. 1 second delay. So it was really tricky filming it by myself, but I did manage to do it, and I left out this big gap, where I think I did show it at one point, a map called The Movies, which I left it alone, but it was an idea of me doing cinematic of what was meant to be the journey back to Earth. Now that area is quite outdated, and I did try to transfer it to a different area, but it didn't work. So I just kind of left it alone. But I had started coming up with the idea for writing a book about it, just called The White Box, or The Journey of the White Box, something like that. And it's based over the span of 50 years, cut down into chapters, which are then divided into logs, done by myself, technically talking to a camera just like this. Where, yeah, I just do these little things. And the chapters would be layered up by an actual in-detail version of what happens. I'm completely by myself, and as I said, I'm there for 50 years. I'm 18 when the book begins. I get back to Earth, I'm 68. So, yes, there is a big time span over the episodes. I've got to obviously figure out how to split it, not equally, but to an okay standard. Where, like, it explains a little bit more about, like, the species. It goes a little bit more into detail about myself and how I deal with some problems when there is nowhere else to go. You know, I'm in a ship, which Sir told me, why did you leave with an unfinished ship? I know I'm talking about this when I'm meant to be talking about what I want to do for science, but it kind of links with it as well. Like, I did tell one of my teachers at school about it, and I said that the laser on the ship doesn't work. So why isn't it working? It's actually because I obviously built it, like, the idea is it links in with the episodes. So I found out that now, so right at the very end, I find out that a copy of my island has been sent to a ring somewhere in the universe. I don't know. And I find out that it's unfinished, it's actually going to fire. Similar to Halo 3, where we now know that it's most likely going to explode. This is a one-man ship. I download all the data I can find to tell me where I am. And I find out I am on the complete other side of the universe to our solar system, which is called Sol, just to tell you. S-O-L. So I get into the white box and I launch it. I've only had like the 2 weeks to build it. It's not very good. It's meant to have a warp drive, doesn't have one. It's technically, like, you can't really say what it is. It's not a short range shuttle, although it's not built for long range travel, which I have to use it for mega long range travel. There are, like, obviously things which cut down the journey. So, you know, I go through wormholes. At one point we go through a wormhole and we come out in a parallel universe. But I was going over some of the stuff which I actually had at the time I was doing the episodes. And instead I just focused on the things I didn't have at the time. I didn't have the the N06, the one before the N07 from Mass Effect, and the N06 had auto-predicting systems. It could increase my strength, cloaking, armor, speed, just like in Crisis 1. It's basically got all those options. And tons of other options. It's got multiple sticking areas for weaponry, grenades, things like that. It is a very self-sustaining suit. I didn't invent it till the next week after the episode. Well, the watch, which can be used similar to a Pip-Boy, telling me what I've got on me right now. Power systems can hold an AI. Didn't have it until a year later. I'm going to go through everything to make it very similar to how it is in the normal, not TV show, how it was when I came up with it. This is actually very hard because I've got to dig through my memory and find everything. Anyway, I am actually started a Flatland map on Minecraft, Xbox 360, so it's not very big, but it's okay. And I have started to build ships that I have gone over. I don't also have my notebook with me where I've drawn out all the... It's a tiny notepad, it's about that big, I showed it at one point. And I use it to simply draw out, it's very good for drawing out bits, because if you just class one of those little squares as a block, it's quite easy just to draw around all the blocks and you get all the exact measurements that you need. So far in the game, I have built a Starbug from Red Dwarf. So I've called it Starbug 3 because the exterior, it looks like in the interior, it looks technically very similar to it. I actually used layouts from the TV show kind of thing. I'm not sure how accurate they are, but I think they're pretty good. Because after you look over everything, you do kind of see, yes, it does work. I then looked over those ones, drew them down and added a couple of bits, like another wall and an extra airlock, because there was nothing in that area. It was a massive blank space. As well as also, then I found out that I couldn't build exact circles around the parts, which made it very difficult to make it look like a Starbug. So I just called it Starbug 3, so it looks like they had as much funding as they kind of could. They had a fair good amount of funding for building interior. Suddenly they've had a huge budget cut. They now had to make the exterior look absolutely terrible. I've also got Blue Midget with a bumper sticker saying I live in a supernova, just because. It's also called DHD Blue Midget, not Blue Midget. Also a Red Dwarf one. Although it's the original version, and theirs actually said my other ship is a Red Dwarf. I didn't really tweak it, I suppose, but anyway. I also did the white box, the kite, and the Kite's Explorer shuttle, which I haven't come up with a name with. And now, I'm building the supernova. I got exact measurements for the supernova's width. I now have not the entire middle section, but I got the length of the middle section built. And it's really annoying because I built it by just doubling the amount of blocks that it takes for a floor for each of the parts, and now I'm having to cut all those bits down to basically redesign the entire shape. Technically, once I got two of the pieces, I just need to build everything else around those shapes. But it's still going to be really quite annoying to try and rebuild it. As I said, I've got exact measurements. I've got every measurement. I've got the middle bit. I've got the middle side bit. So the middle front, middle side. So like the kind of central compartment bit. I've got the thruster size. I've got the front, the dark matter scoop part designed. I've got every deck in meters. I've got everything I need to build it in meters. Obviously, stuff like the observatories and things like that would be built afterwards, since they take up 3 floors. But they'll be different to Minecraft floors, which will probably be... Hang on, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... About 9 blocks or so in height and width, since it's sort of a circular shape. And then obviously we got the farm on the top. I've also been looking for a map called Deep Space Mine, which I think I would quite enjoy actually getting for the PC. It has quite a lot of mods it looks like it has a lot of mods to work with it. So, I think when I get a PC version of Minecraft, I will start mostly going into the filming onto that and download all the maps, or at least most of the maps, from the Xbox into the PC and work those two together. I'm also having to look over console prices because I want to get Star Citizen. This will go over to a separate episode, which I might film later, assuming I have enough room. Since I had to uninstall like 5 or 6 different games and apps, because all of a sudden I'm running out of memory. So yeah. Anyway, so the hangar bay won't... I'm gonna build the supernova first. Who knows how long that's gonna take? That's gonna take probably a couple of weeks. Also, you can expect me to do a video on... what day is it? Friday. That's it. Friday. I've got a day off on Friday. Yay. So yeah. That's sort of it, I suppose. I'm gonna do the hangar video thing with Rowan, since I think Rowan might ask some questions about the ships and things like that I should be able to give answers to. I might tell her, I'll probably say in the videos how we do things like artificial gravity and things like that, since no one really says that. As well as I might tell them about a different ship, which I came up with actually. It's like a spiral, so you got the round circle at the end, which is just a flat piece. I can't design this anyway, I've got to freehand draw it because otherwise it just doesn't look right if you try and draw it on any of the apps. So I have to do multiple circles, cut out the certain pieces I want, expand those bits to the distance I need, cut off the bits. It'll just be very complicated for me to make. So instead I can only hand draw it. So technically what it is basically a circle at the back, which has all the thrusters. It also has a warp drive, hyperdrive, what was it? Warp drive, hyperdrive, FTL drive, there was more, quantum drive, which is actually from Star Citizen. Something else I now don't remember. I know there's one more, but I don't remember what it's called. They use nuclear thrusters, and the back part of the ship doesn't rely on anything like limonite for its gravity. Instead, it turns. Anyone who sees something like the Space Odyssey and things like that, the space station turns at the correct speed to create 1G. It is possible. It's just really hard to make, apparently. Where you got to use a lot of fuel to spin them, and depending on their size. That's why I didn't build the supernova like that, because I found out once you reach the supernova 7, which is 9 miles tall, probably about 10 miles long, that would be really hard to make it spin at the correct speed for that to work. Because you have to spin it very quickly, and that would probably end up being really hard to pilot. Since your bridge would have to be right at the very center of the front, and some way you'll kind of stay in one of the directions that may have some other gravity underneath, so it goes just down. Everything else spins around it. I don't know, but yeah, basically the idea is that it's kind of screws like that. So yeah, so you got like the flat side here, and then it will just kind of screw around, and it just makes it quite a weird looking shape, and I thought it was quite an interesting one. And then maybe you could put like a laser through the middle, so it just kind of shoots through. I know I can't build that in Minecraft, that would be impossible, but I could build the exterior. It's not going to be that big, and then I'm also now going over a space station, which I actually had a funny accident, where I told the game to add into the map abandoned mine shafts. It also added a dungeon. And there is no walls or there's no floor. They are higher up than the floor, meaning that you can see everything. And also the doors are floating, which doesn't make sense in Minecraft. But yeah, so I'm planning now to try and build the station like around them, build the floors underneath and all of that. And then I can use like the abandoned mine shaft to get rid of all the cobwebs and build around it like a big rock that you might be able to see. And then for the dungeon, maybe putting that in some other area, like maybe in like a metal pod or like another rock or something, like it's an artifact hidden inside it. I don't know what that you know what I mean. I've had to turn on a light all the way down there. It's really annoying. It's really bright. But yeah, I've noticed that it's getting quite kind of dark outside, so I should stop this. But yeah, so in maybe 1 or 2 weeks' time, expect hopefully a video to come out about this hangar bay. I think that's the thing when I get onto really big projects, when they just take forever, because it's only me doing this. I'm building an entire supernova, which I think I remember is about 380, I don't know, something like that. 300 and nearly 400 blocks tall, and I'm going to have to count that. I'm probably going to just count the decks, just count like decks. I know that each one's 20 It's not 20 blocks, but you know, and each one I'll just count up to those decks, and then I can just figure out if I've done this much, then just count from there. A bird flew around outside. That was confusing. But yeah, so I did ask Dad that I wanted a clicker thing, so I could. There's like a little thing where you press the button and it changes the number. It's like very useful if you're like counting sheep or something. So you just click it and it will move on the next number. And if I've just got every time I hit the place button, I have someone else with me or something just to press that button, and then tell me once we reach the correct area when to stop. Tell me if we've gone any over, so I know how many to take down, and then we clear it, start again with something else. But yeah, it's a really difficult and it's going to take forever to build, because I want to have every room visitable. So this actually may not take a couple of weeks, this may take like a month or so. If I don't have help. I may force my brother to help me. But my remote's about to run out of batteries, and since we don't use batteries anymore, I'm really hoping that we actually have some AA batteries lying around somewhere, or we can charge them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, hang on, I just remembered this. This took me forever to build. It looks orange. Okay, this is like a dark red from my view, but obviously because of some of the lights looking a little orange, it's made it look kind of in that orange shape. This was nearly impossible to build. I had a card one, I threw that one in the bin because I just couldn't finish it. The thruster kept falling off and I don't want to touch this too much, because this is made of paper. So yeah, but it's quite cool. It's like, oh shoot. It's got like this little rock which is a little bit 3D. I can't see where I'm putting my fingers. There. And then it's got the exact same one on the other side, just not 3D. And then, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to quickly show you what actually happens if I turn off that light. I think it'll get really quite dark in here. Is it okay now? It's okay. Like that light is like over there, so it's not very helpful. It's literally just right next to the window. So it's not very helpful. But, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.